The honourable member for Brantford-Brant.
Mr. Speaker, the safety and security of Canadians must be the top priority for this government. As a former Crown attorney, I am deeply concerned about the escalation of crime in Canada, and particularly in my riding of Brantford-Brant. Unfortunately, this topic was completely neglected in the throne speech, despite many details published by the Canadian Centre for Justice and Community Safety Statistics. The report shows that in 2020, Canadian police services reported over 2.2 million criminal code and other federal statute violations, of which 743 were homicides, which is 56 more than the previous year. Let me repeat that number: 743 people killed in Canada last year. And yet there is no plan to reduce the escalation of crime in this throne speech. Canadians deserve better. My riding deserves better. People want to feel safe and protected in their home and communities. And this Liberal government must stop playing politics and pushing its ideological agenda. It must fight crime and finally end these horrible trends in Canada. Mr. Speaker, the fact that crime was not addressed in the speech from the throne did not surprise me. If we could reflect on the Liberal government's track record on this issue, we would see that there is nothing new here. In 2019, the Liberal government, while having a majority in the House of Commons, put into effect Bill C-75, the Criminal Justice Bill. They were claiming that this bill was designed to reduce sentences for milder offenses, but the reality was it implemented softer sentences for serious, violent crimes, including participation in an activity of a terrorist group, abducting a child, participation in activities of criminal organizations, just to name a few. In 2020, the same Liberal government tabled a bill colloquially known as the No More Jail Time for Criminals Bill, which proposed to reduce jail time for dangerous offenders. If implemented, it would have allowed individuals found guilty of horrific crimes like sexual assault, arson, and kidnapping to serve their sentence on house arrest instead of real jail. It would also remove mandatory jail time for anyone who commits robbery with a firearm, trafficking in crystal meth, and criminals who smuggle firearms across the Canada-US border. And when talking about the smuggling of firearms across the border, it is very concerning during the last session when the Liberal MPs, with the support of their loyal and faithful NDP friends, voted down the Conservative bill that had been designed to address the prevalence of smuggled weapons and the rise in gun crime. The soft on crime agenda is simply irresponsible and dangerous. This Liberal government must do better to ensure the safety and security for everyone wherever they live in Canada.